All right, first.
To make it, I am neglecting Ambrose and Spencer both.
This is how it seems to me, right? These are how it seems. It's
If
not
that's
twisting.
what you think, I feel like I'm better struggling alone than having someone who thinks so badly of me around.
You're being
That's going to be in the house to find any excuse to find bad things, take pictures of it, and manipulate the situation.
I need your help, Mom.
With what?
The duck.
What about it?
He jumped and hit his leg on the side there.
What did he jump from?
He jumped from the top of his little area.
Bring him in. Can you not pick him up? Look, you're twisting it into being something in your head where it's
Do you know how long I've been trying to get him to clean his room? Do you know how long I've been trying to get him to rearrange it?
Look again. This is the manipulation part. Look,
yeah,
this
but you're
stuff,
the one taking pictures and threatening to call CPS with them.
no one threatened anything.
This duckling was in the middle area. He jumped down and he was trying to aim into the water and his leg bent. I tried to jump down and grab his, get him, but it didn't work. He already fell.
Yep. He's broken. He's completely broken. Go.
I need to see my duckling.
No, I'm gonna be holding the duckling right now. We are having a conversation that you can't be quiet for. It'd be great if you could. It'd be great if you're part of this, because everything should be open with everyone. Because right now, you caused some fun drama. Why? Because and you just broke his foot.
I didn't break his foot. He jumped.
All right, that happened on your watch, dude.
I'm trying.
I don't have to. Okay. Look, I didn't take these pictures for that purpose.
That's what you're saying?
No.
That you're going to do with them.
Yeah, that's something I could do.
So if that's what you're going
How
to
about
do,
you listen
and you
to
could
exactly
do,
what I'm
I
saying
really don't
for
want
the
a
recording.
spy
A
in the
spy?
house
I'm your son.
that's going to look for anything wrong just so that you can, what?
Let's go backtrack. I came in the house, I took pictures of everything, because I love transformation. Look at me. I was dying. I was a crazy alcoholic. I believe God can change us all. I'm a transformation myself. I have a whole YouTube, Instagram full of transformation. I wanted to transform this place, so I took pictures. I saw ducks. I want Spencer to know how it shouldn't look, and I want it to be open. I was thinking of doing a YouTube where he has his shame to the world so it doesn't become shame anymore. Instead, he turns it into, hey, because he cares a lot about what people think. So that was the plan for that. Then same with his room. The feces, that's everywhere. I'm trying to make him feel gross for it. I didn't mention anything until he started mentioning about how his medications making him hallucinate, how his pupils were huge, and how he can't focus in class, he's falling down. I said, well, it's probably this. It's probably because he was staying up late. That's why I kept asking you to take away the Roku. It's probably that, and you need to chill. But I said, if you want, because I told him it's going to be up to you. You'll have to call CPS, you have to call Victor, you have to call them. You'll have to do this, but your whole life is going to change. The reason why I told him that is because I had to keep reaffirming, because I get gaslit by people. And I mean, that's how it's been. And so I had to keep telling him, hey, this is how it's going to happen. You can do this, but this is going to happen. He's making it sound like I out of nowhere just started saying, if I get kicked out of the house, this is going to happen. At this point, I don't know, dude. I'm not trying to say anything more. Like, it sounds like some bad thing. I was just responding to the situation. He was crazy high. Well, not high, but he was hallucinating from his words, from being dehydrated and being sleep deprived. All of that. So I responded in kind. I also have the videos, but there's a duck with a broken foot at the moment.
Okay, now to set records straight, He's on a very low dose, the lowest dose of his ADHD medicine and his anti-anxiety medication, which you have had a history of manipulating him and trying to make him not have to be dependent on medication.
To be clear, I'm not trying to. Yes, I have tried to do that. I'm not in the house. I'm not. He has therapists. You went and made sure that I knew these things. You're gonna deal with it how you want to deal with it. You
just said he's on a crazy high dose.
That's what he's telling me.
And if he was high, he took something else at school. Not his prescription.
He did say he took a weed gummy, by the way.
When?
A couple days ago.
And do you think that could have had something to do with anything?
Hey, I'm telling you what he told me. You're putting this on me like these are my words. These are his words. I'm repeating them back to you. I don't do the whole phone call thing where you switch things up.
No, I'm not.
No, what? I'm telling you I don't do that. Because I'm telling you what he told me. I'm not telling you my own words.
So where did you get the sweet gummy?
There's kids, the kids at school. It's all, there's so many people at the school who are crazy like that. But yeah, it's the same thing here. And he said that he sees people at school talking all about sex, talking all about these things. It makes him lose his appetite. He said, this is his words. He said he saw someone fingering someone else at lunch. These are the things he's saying. I'm not saying any of that. He did those things. Hope you know, I would never give him anything because I feel like that's where you're about to lead.
You said you gave his friend Julian stuff. Edibles.
Oh yeah? What did I give him? Edibles?
You said you gave him edibles.
No, I didn't give him anything. I was going to, just to get rid of him, because he's already selling. But then I was like, no, it's not good. And so I gave him my coat, my poofy coat that I like. I gave him my pants. I gave him my shirt. I gave him some oranges and a water bottle. And that's the last time I talked to him. So you're really going to believe...
I don't know what to believe. All I know is you're like, oh yeah, I'm taking videos and pictures of everything.
I've been taking that for a while.
What you didn't apparently take a video of was when you threw an egg on my ceiling and left it there for months, even though I kept asking you to clean it up.
I did.
I had to end up cleaning it up.
Okay, I already did. Why are you saying
you
apparently?
You didn't clean it up.
No, I took a video of it.
You're the one who caused the mess.
Why are you getting all sassy?
You're the one who's creating messes, and then you're taking videos of it.
Because, yeah, not
cleaning it up.
Okay, do you know what a transformation video is? Do you know what a transformation photo is?
Where's the after?
Yeah, look, it's cleaned.
Not by you.
Okay, but it's cleaned.
That has nothing to do with it.
Okay.
If you're going to take a transformation, it means you're going to transform it.
It means a transformation.
Not leave it for someone else to clean up after you and then be like, oh, look, now it's clean.
I didn't do any of that. You're being weird right now.
You're being weird.
No, I'm being literal. A transformation is a transformation. I never claim anything. Unless it's my body. I don't claim stuff. I said, look, the house got changed. I'm not prideful. We changed the house. Great job. I can't do it all myself. I've tried. Look, we changed the living room. I mean, it can't be just one person cleaning it up and then everyone else gets to go mess it up. Same with his room. Just because it gets cleaned up doesn't mean it can't. We have to upkeep it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same with the backyard. Yeah, it was. I mean, there was an explosion, then everything. Then I was drinking, and then I self-recluded. I didn't want to be around anyone. That's the part of when you drink, you get all depressed after. I don't remember stuff when I drink to the heart. But that happened. I still took videos of it. It transformed thanks to Seraphim. Same with that room outside. Look, it transformed thanks to your hard work. I was kind of on the sidelines because trying to smooth things out with him, listening to him. But thanks to your hard work, stuff gets transformed. I don't take ownership fully for things, and I never claim to. Just because I take a picture of that, I never said, "Oh, look at me! I cleaned this up." It's a mess. It's part of the house. We're supposed to be a family, and I'm like I'm fine. You want to have me leave? That's cool. We'll get someone for him before I leave, but it's fine.
I feel like
I've been.
Do you trust me, or are you like, I know better than everyone else here, and I'm in charge of this house?
Those aren't very many options. You gave 2 options. I'm not going to answer. That's a trap.
Before, you kept trying to take control of everything in the house.
So
you wouldn't let us eat what we wanted to. You wouldn't let us watch what we wanted to. You wouldn't let us have Spencer go to bed at the bedtime he needs to go to. You wouldn't let us do anything because you were so controlling.
Let's go. On TV, it needs to be children approved, not TVMA, not TV 17, not a bunch of shows that are just why don't we do? I put in the effort to watch a bunch of good shows. We got all the kids shows, and I try to find animes for us to watch. You're making it sound like
we wanted to watch Smoshly together as a family, and then you're like, oh nope, now I'm making Smoshly.
No,
we tried to
he
watch
was grounded.
Rim together.
Hold up.
That's what Spencer told me. You were against Smoshly.
Okay.
So we finished watching it without you after you left.
Okay. Well, first off,
we tried to watch Grimm together
hold
as a
up,
family.
Hold up. No, one thing I
Okay, why don't you like Moshly? What was so evil about Moshly?
He was grounded. That's it. He was grounded.
Did you tell him that you didn't approve of Moshly?
I told him I already watched Moshly. I already watched it all. And right now you were grounded. So
and then you didn't want us to watch Grimm.
I didn't care about
together
Grimm.
As a family.
No, I already watched all that stuff. I didn't want to watch Grimm. I already watched it.
Yeah, but Spencer and I were watching it together as a thing that we were doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then was like, no, you can't watch that anymore.
Super demonic. Same with Supernatural. Super demonic.
That was your idea to watch Supernatural in the first place.
Yeah, and then I learned new things. I learned things, and I adapt and adjust.
And then he doesn't do any of his schoolwork all week long, and I try to get him caught up, and you're like, oh, no, he can't do any schoolwork or any work at all on Sunday. Because that's evil, Saturday. It's against God, blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, he didn't do it any
blah,
other
blah,
day.
God's commandments.
Let's see exactly what you said, since you don't want blah, blah. You would go on and on about how we couldn't watch it. How we couldn't do any schoolwork because that's against God's law, and you have to keep the Sabbath day holy. But at the same time, you wouldn't let us do it on Saturday either, because I try to do it on Saturday, and you would monopolize literally his entire day where he had no time to do it.
Because we had
and went on and on and on.
We could it wasn't a one-time thing. We have the video where it's supposed to be during the week. We switched it out from me doing the work to you doing the work. We have that whole video. We went from trying it at the house to trying it out there. Yes, we're supposed to have a weekend, not always 24/7. We ended up adjusting. You got some time on the Saturday. You were
completely inflexible.
Are you going to let me finish? No. I learned that, hey, I had a whole conversation with you. All right, I need to step back. You can go do it. You told me how hard it was for him, how hard it was to go and watch him do it. We went and did it here. I let you guys go do that while I went and did other work, like food and stuff like that. The Saturdays, we had a lot of projects going. At this time, this was before all my issues. We had a lot of projects going. We had a lot of things we were moving forward, and we were actively doing it. Then we were like, okay, you have every day this week. You can go until like 7:30 or 8 at the library.
I didn't turn in a single assignment.
But that was on you.
No, I was talking about the week when you took him to the library.
Yeah.
He got assignments turned in when he was with me.
Yeah, and so I switched. You're saying I'm inflexible, but I switched. Yeah, I realized, all right.
I had to fight so hard to get you to allow me to take my own son to do schoolwork.
Because he was scared of you.
He's telling me he's scared of you.
Okay, yeah, see, this is a manipulation tool. I have videos where he's saying this, and you have proof where he's saying this. We both have something contradictory. This is him pitting us against each other. We both have the reality. We both have, you have doctors, I have video proof. He's saying one thing, he's also saying another thing. He's pitting us against each other in order to get what he wants. He doesn't like the structure. He likes being. Alright, we don't have to get into that. But see, he's saying these things. He was fine. He did like it. He was scared. He was saying those things. That's why I try to fill up the time. I try to not say anything, but look, it's better if we talk. So, he's getting what he wants 100%. He gets to live in a room that he doesn't have to be pretty much forced in a way to take care of. I didn't force him directly, but I did. Had him promise to God, and he was scared, so we prayed, and yeah, he wanted to go home. Then we started walking back. He wasn't stopping crying. We'll go back to the part.
So why was he crying in the first place then?
Because I shouted louder. Well, I didn't shout. I just was louder with him, and then he started crying. So we had to go and work on that, and I had him start praying. It was in his head. I was like, all right, do it out loud, because I don't know what's going on in his head. We need to make sure he actually is doing things that he's saying that he's going to do. Just like with his room. You can't just leave him in his room and expect him to clean it, because he won't. But with the schooling, I changed, and then the school ended up changing completely. So now he doesn't have any homework. He's.
Why do you need it open? It's gonna make
So I
noise.
can wash it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
There you go.
Thank you.
So, I thought we were doing great even just yesterday.
We
But
were.
then this morning, he comes in and tells me that you wouldn't allow him to come home, and he was crying because you wouldn't allow him to come home.
This morning.
This morning before we left.
Mm.
And then you're going on and on in the car and not giving it a rest, not letting it ever end.
So yeah, the thing with the car, I was trying to get the room cleaned. He kept making promises. Good thing. Hey, we're trying to put him on the Sabbath. He's making it sound like it's something that it wasn't. It could be whatever you want though. Then in the car, we already went over it. I explained to him, and then I explained to you. Then the book went on the ground. I definitely didn't know it was something valuable to him. He's making it sound like it did. I wouldn't have done that deliberately. To me, it was just a book in the back that he was using to distract himself from talking and facing his issues. So it went on the ground. Then he made it into a huge deal. Then picked it up. I said exactly how it was. He tried to switch it. Fine, I don't care. I don't have a reason to. I don't have a reason to make him feel bad. I'm trying to make everyone feel better. I mean, he needs to face what he's doing, but I didn't harp on anything. And then I feel like me mentioning again about his room is what's making it seem like I was harping on stuff. But it was just an example so he could have a grasp. Because everything in that back seat, minus the calendar, seemed like trash to me.
Doing good.
He's fine. Go away. And last night, yeah. The reason why we stopped off, so he could have a second to think, because he was falling asleep in the car. I was like, we just gotta get it done in my mind. So we stopped off, got a walk, so we could have air. Then trying to talk to him, was shouted louder than meant. Well, shouted louder, and then
You wound up with that one's injured.
Oh.
He broke his leg. We gotta set its leg.
I'm okay.
Made him cry.
I'm just trying to.
Yeah, understood. You could pay.
She's trying to be nice.
Oh yeah. Sure, that definitely could be a little scary. It was normal before, just so you know. It was normal before to have a stop if
So I wanted to let you guys go if I didn't feel like everything was normal and fine and back to normal like it was.
So that used to be normal. We used to stop if he was tired and talk about the things that he needed to do so we could, I mean, if he's sleeping in the car, we walk, because he's been up really late. Like, he's been up since like 11 or something. Now on my watch.
That's because you keep staying over and he doesn't want to go to sleep until you leave.
Mm-hmm.
And that's been going on pretty much all week, and I've been trying to get you to go so he can go to sleep.
He was saying that he's been sleeping out here and he's been watching shows. I'm letting you know, so I was staying till everyone was asleep, because he's been saying that's what's been going on. He's been watching the stuff. He's been up out here sleeping.
Okay, so he needs to sleep in his room.
Yeah, so
what
we
I've been
got
telling him all along.
Yeah, and so his thing was he needed the room clean. He couldn't sleep in dirtiness. I really wanted to get on the schedule, so I'm leaving like at 6 or a little bit before and getting him to bed, because I'm trying to take off stress from everyone. I've been open with that since the beginning. Been trying to leave at that time, and then we needed the room clean. I'm trying to get that done by next week. Well, I was, and so he's been telling me, been watching shows. He's been up late. He's been doing those things. You even told me that he's been watching shows. So I thought, I mean, yeah, he's been tired and exhausted. But he went from having a lot of energy to being really tired. The second I mentioned cleaning the room again, I was like, okay, let's go for a walk. Let's reaffirm it to God, because that was a negative. To me, it just seemed like exactly what was going on. And he promised already. So
why don't you tell me he's taking drugs?
Huh?
You just said he was taking weed gummies at school.
Oh, well, he did that. He said that when he was on the hallucinations. I did say I wanted to.
That was probably the day he took it then.
He told me that. He said he took it the day before, but I wanted to share the videos with you, which is why I took them.
Okay, so you've never shared any videos with me. How come?
What do you mean? Never shared any videos with you?
Any videos you take with Spencer where you guys are going and privately talking or whatever, where you refuse, like, we went to church together. Do you remember this? We went to church together, and then you kept him in the car for like another half an hour to 45 minutes because you had to take videos of whatever you guys are talking about.
So why didn't you ask?
I came out to the car, and you refused to come into the church. You refused to tell me what. I went to the car and told you guys, let's go in. Church is starting. You refused to come into church. You guys missed communion. It was so long you were in the car.
Yeah.
And you refused to even talk while I was in the car to say what you were talking about at all, because it's none of my business.
He had issues with you. Like, nothing I have is just random.
It sure seemed like you had issues with me.
Yeah. We all have issues with each other. You have issues with me right now. You've had issues with me in the past. You have issues to the point where you don't feel comfortable. I was sleeping out here. I gave up I didn't have a room because everyone else was filling them. Then you had issues with me asking you not to come, like, hey, woke me up.
You don't want to let me feel comfortable in my own home.
I was sleeping out here and you came out really early in the morning. And I woke up and I mentioned it. And then you're like, oh, I don't feel comfortable just coming out. You
are really rude and mean and aggressive.
If I'm tired, if I'm dead asleep, and you see things as aggressive, but if I'm dead asleep and you wake me up, and I mentioned that very casually. I mentioned that, hey, this woke me up. Can we like figure something out? I even wanted to get you your own mini fridge in your room, But then you made into a deal where like, oh, I feel like I can't, in the meetings, said you feel like you can't walk around your house without messing something up. So what did I do? Make sure it's okay that I use the garage. And I switched. So I'm trying to make people feel comfortable. You're making it sound like I did something bad when I was just asking you for something really basic. In my mind anyways. And then like, yeah, food, sugar. He would eat the jelly from the jelly jar because
So you
he
take
wanted sugar.
all of
And
Dad's
so-
jelly away.
And so, yeah, I moved that and we switched it. He doesn't need peanut butter and jelly sandwiches because that's a cop out. It's a cop out meal. Instead, we can make banana bread. I was here though. I was doing all that. So I could make it. But he was eating the jelly from the jelly jar. That's how low he was going. He was eating sugar straight from the thing. So I asked you if we could either put the sugar up or we could put it in your room. Then to you that sounds something bad. To me, hey, he's literally eating this instead of food.
You literally threw away like a whole garbage can full of the food I bought because you didn't agree with it.
I'm pretty sure I made up for it. All the sugar, I mean, it was just all junk food. And I did buy you got a whole blue bag full of goodies. But yeah. And we had plenty of good stuff. And I kept telling you, hey, literally, just ask me. I'm happy to make this stuff for you. You're making it sound like me throwing away toxic sugar and all that stuff is something wrong when I'm helping out. When I put all my money back into the family, you're making it sound like, oh, a couple, maybe $50. And a lot of that was from the food bank. Maybe like that much was worth.
Every time we get any sugary or processed things to the food bank, you go straight to the dumpster with it. That's not from the food bank. You don't even let us have a chance.
All right, hold up.
You do not let us even have a chance to see what it is before you go and take it to the dumpster because you're like, oh, no, you guys don't need any of this.
Yeah.
And I'll see it and I'll be like, I would like some. Dad would like some. Spencer would like some. Maybe croissants or whatever. And you'll be like, nope, you guys can't have this. It's processed.
I saved the croissants. You're making no. Yes, I did.
You tossed them. And
No.
you would take desserts that they would give, and I would see they would be like someone ate some of it, but it wasn't us because we didn't even get a bite of it. You would just throw the rest of it out.
Yeah,
Where we
give it to
didn't
the
even have an
birds.
opportunity. It was like really hypocritical. I would
gave it
have
to the
things
birds.
I would save in my room because you didn't want it
That-
out here, and you would take it.
No, that
and
wasn't me.
you would eat it, and the
No.
wrappers would be in your room and under your bed.
Maybe. I don't remember that stuff. But it could have totally happened.
I'd have stuff I
I
would
remember
put in
I
my
was-
room, and
hey,
you would just take it.
Let's remember that for the start of this, I was smoking weed and you were okay with it. You even bought me weed before. I could have totally
Yeah,
done
until
that.
you started acting psychotic
I
on
could have.
it.
I'm talking, dude. I could have totally done that stuff when I was high. I did just say I don't remember doing that. But I'm changing it. I could have totally done that stuff at the beginning. I remember the food bank stuff. The bites, I would feed the birds gradually. I wasn't doing the whole trash in your yard thing. 'Cause I mean, it was already fun. And so, yeah. And I threw away it. I threw away the stuff because you guys could have asked me. You could have
I
asked.
did ask you.
No, you could have asked me to make food. You could have asked me to make the stuff for you. I would have been happy to. I kept insisting. I didn't feel like I was valued when I'm doing all the stuff. Because, like, I mean, stuff would just be left, right? I would have my food just gone and not used all the time. So I figured, hey, maybe they don't like it. Maybe they want something else. So I kept consistently asking, hey, ask me to make you something. We'll do it. And then you're upset that I threw away a bunch of processed sugar. To me, processed sugary foods is all it is. Processed sugar. It's empty calories. It's nothing. It's worthless. It's not. There's nothing behind it. It's just empty food. It's just like if you were to go to a store and buy an empty box of cereal. That's all that there is that you're eating. I mean, yeah, you get some fat from it, but not really anything else. And then, yeah. I'm sorry about your food in your room that I took. And I know you wanted to go on the whole psychotic part, but we'll first discuss that part. Then psychotic on weed. I wasn't psychotic. The first time it happened was in the garage, right? When you were talking about psychotic, when I called 911 because I was dying.
You weren't dying.
Well, my body was shaking and I couldn't move and everything was messed up. Whether you want to believe it or not, that's how it was.
So
And
the
then-
911 operator said, you said all you took was weed. They're like, okay, there's literally nothing they can do for weed.
Yeah, so
You just have to go through it, and
Yeah.
he can call back if he needs to. I took your pulse. I checked you. You're breathing fine. Your pulse is beating fine. You're just out of your mind.
yeah, well, still.
And so you held a giant grudge. How dare I hang up on 911? It's like, I had the conversation right in front of you. You could probably go and ask them for transcripts.
Look,
We had a conversation, and you called back. And then the paramedics came and they're like, if all you
They were
took was weed, there's literally nothing they can do for you at the hospital. You insisted they take you anyways. You're
Yeah.
taking off all your clothes.
Yeah.
You're acting crazy, literally crazy. And they're like, you just got to write it out, man. And you were like, no. And then you held this huge grudge
Yeah.
against me because I was letting you die.
you're forgetting that.
While you're texting Spencer nonstop while you're dying about,
Don't do that, quotes.
yeah, you weren't dying.
You're forgetting that after that, my
That
body.
you wanted food. So I had to get up at like 2 a.m. because you have Spencer so freaked out and crying because he thinks you're going to die because they're not giving you any food.
They weren't
We
giving-
went to the store.
No, it
I
was
bought
water.
you Gatorade. I bought you the healthy snacks that you wanted, and we went up there.
Let's be.
And,
Yeah,
and at the same time, you're so angry with me because how dare I let you die? It's like you weren't dying.
I called 911 and I needed them. It was hung up. I have that.
I didn't just
I-
hang up.
Stop.
You make it sound like I just click.
No, it was hung up. You just explained your whole side, so there's no need
Yeah.
for me to explain it. So I went, called them, all that. They went. I was shaky. My whole everything was like shutting down. Sure, that could have been a weak thing, but then let's not forget. A few days later, my whole body starts shaking. We have the videos of it. I can't walk without being in excruciating pain. I can't do anything without being in pain. I didn't think it was from the weed. I thought it was from an acupoint I did on myself. Because that's when it started hurting. I couldn't move. All that, sure, it could have been weed stuff. But we also have the proof of my body shaking and convulsing. We have the proof of me having to go in a wheelchair because I couldn't walk or move or do
And
anything
then you kept
without
doing
hurting.
it again and again, even though I told you
No.
you can't do it.
All right, no.
You did
No.
it again and again.
No, I stopped weed after that. You wanted to get me into holistics. And so I was researching
I
that.
want to take you to the acupuncturist.
You were trying to do acupuncture on me that one day by yourself.
I offered to pay for a professional acupuncture.
Yeah, and then stuff happened. Look, I let you do your talk. And you're trying to...
I'm trying to help you,
I'm trying
and
to...
you're twisting it like,
No,
oh, you did nothing, you just hung up the phone, let me die.
I'm trying to go past... I'm talking and filling everything in.
Okay, go
Let me
ahead.
finish filling everything in. So, after that, yeah, I was going through all the issues. I didn't want to... I did try to get a doctor's. It was a few months out. So, I didn't get any of that. But, in the meantime, you were talking to me a lot about the holistics, all of that. I was very trepidatious against it. And I didn't really want to do it at first, but then I started researching more on the Bible as well. And then I was looking into that, so I was like, okay, well, I'm down to try that. Let me try the THCA and do that as well. We had a friend. I wanted us to all get together and be friends. So I spent all that time making them friends, and us all getting together. So everyone knew that I cared because I knew that there was issues, and you were already taking care of me and helping me out and him. So I was trying to like get a party and get you a friend. She had all the little girls. I thought you'd have fun with them. And then the night of the party, yeah, you weren't feeling well. Okay, I get it. And then that thing happens again, where I can't like move, and it's starting to like really loud ringing in my ears and all that stuff. And I was just being ignored, and I didn't let her take Spencer. I made sure that he stayed here because I wasn't trying to cause the drama. So originally the plan was that you go take him out of the drama. And yeah, he was the only person I could text that night.
Why can't you text my phone?
I wasn't comfortable with you at the time. You kept yelling at me. No one likes being yelled at, but you kept yelling at me. You kept making me feel like what I said wasn't real, and it felt like it was. It felt like something. Of course, it's different because, it can be different if you want to acknowledge that Spencer's obvious playing sides, but it was different. So at that time, he told me how he felt about you. And you were yelling. You were making us feel bad about just wanting to exist and be a healthy family.
It wasn't healthy what you were doing. And you refused to acknowledge any of that.
It was pretty healthy.
No.
What was unhealthy about it?
Oh my goodness.
Talk normal.
You were so controlling over everybody in the family. We could not literally do anything, even go to the park without your permission, or you would be so mean and rude and aggressive.
All right, you said real quick, stop. Mean, rude, and aggressive.
Yeah, all the time.
Give an example about when you wanted to go to the park and I was mean, rude, and aggressive. Please.
No, you can't go to the park. Okay, we'll go the next day. No, you still can't go to the park. Okay, we'll schedule it for this day. And you come and you make the whole day about you being upset. You spent the whole day saying, no, you can't do this, you can't do that. You literally followed Spencer all around the playground equipment, wouldn't leave him alone for a second while you're telling him how horrible
after I got
every
this phone?
single thing in the park
After
was.
I got this phone?
I don't know when you got the phone.
That's the only time I've ever done that. After I got the phone, I was like, oh, we should go to a better park next time. That was one time. That was recently.
You said every single thing in the park. You were like, oh, this park is stupid. This park is dumb. I can't believe you
I never
like
used
this
those
park.
words, by the way.
I don't know. Call him if you want to know what he says.
No, I don't care. I never use those words. This isn't about me.
You didn't want to talk in the car. You didn't want any of us to talk.
No.
You wouldn't want us to listen to music in the car. You wanted only silence. You wouldn't let us listen to MSA in the car. No, I only want silence. You made the whole day uncomfortable for everyone because of whatever issues you had. It's like, why did you even come?
So first off, that's after I let go. I let go a lot. This is the most recent time when I got this phone. That's what you're talking about. And that's when I stopped being so controlling. That's when I let things go. And I was trying to go to the park. I didn't want to, but I went with you guys because I wanted to try and put it out. Yeah, I wasn't in a great space. We're talking pre that. Before I got all shaky, before all that. Actually, let's go because.
Okay, let's talk about when you were all shaky, and you had your friend over, and the cops had to come, and the ambulance had to come. You refused to let Spencer's like, can I show you what I did at school? I'm so proud of it. And you're like, no. And you pull Spencer away from me. You're not allowed to go get your backpack. You're holding him next to you where he's not allowed to move, where he's not allowed to get up. He's not allowed to do anything.
All right, so first off, you were freaking me out. Second off, we're talking about the parks. Please, let's go talk about the parks on that time. Because this thing is the most recent, and I was letting you guys, do your thing. He wanted to go back on meds. He wanted to go hang out with the cousins. Okay, at that time,
Because you stopped him from all of that.
yeah. And so at that time, I wasn't controlling you guys. I was letting you guys do whatever because I didn't really feel a connection. But you're making us. That's not the timeline of when I was being controlling. We need to go
Spencer
to the
and
time when I actually
let's go
was
back.
controlling.
Spencer and I
Parks.
used to spend every single Saturday together. We would go out. We would do fun things together. Me and
And I
Spencer.
have the video where
And you stopped us from doing it. You would be so upset and rude and aggressive if we wanted to do anything,
You
me
think-
and Spencer just together, like we did before.
be-
You would not allow it. And it's like, this is my house. He is my son.
to be clear on two things. One thing is, you think I'm mean, rude, and aggressive when I say I don't like something in a normal tone. Second thing, I have the video saying where it's his choice. He didn't want to do these things. He wanted to do other things with you. We wanted to do other things with you. But he felt, we have the videos, he felt like he couldn't talk to you or do the things that he wanted because he was just ignored. It felt like he was just doing the things that you wanted only. And whenever he went over to the cousins, he was always told like, "Oh, my son has ADHD. He's so bad." And
What are
then
you talking about?
talking about exactly what he said. And
Who said that?
Spencer, I have the videos
Who
too.
said, oh,
You.
I went around and said,
You.
oh, my son is so bad
Yeah, and that's
because he has ADHD.
no. You said my son is so disrespectful. And then another thing you said is he has ADHD and he can't focus and he's just like
Get in here,
this.
Spencer.
Is the doctor being better?
Get in. I wanted to talk to you.
Okay.
So
Then we have let's go back also.
let's talk about this
He-
right now. Spencer, you said that you didn't want to go to the cousins anymore because I told
No,
someone that
that's
you're
not
so
what I
rude and
said.
disrespectful and that you had ADHD and couldn't focus.
No.
He just told me that
I
that's
didn't
what
say
you
that's the
told him.
reason. I said
Yeah. No.
that's some. Yeah, I do. I have the videos of you telling me all these things, man.
So I never
You
said.
told me that.
I said I didn't want to go there. I
That's
remember
not the
that.
reason why, though. I never said that's the reason
And
why.
then you would say it was a waste of time.
Everything was a waste of time that George didn't want to do.
You wouldn't have him hydrate either. You wouldn't have him do these things, man. And then you also
Spencer, how often do I tell you to make sure you have your full water bottle to take to school?
no, this is school.
All
We're talking
the
about-
time.
We're talking about the normal life outside.
I tell them to drink all the
Look,
time.
let's keep our voices down. Here's the thing. He's sensitive to all the yelling. We also have other things explaining this, but he's sensitive to the yelling. We need to be respectful of that
You
regardless.
sure weren't respectful of that in the car.
I wasn't yelling in the car. I was talking normally.
So Spencer,
I
you think I'm a terrible mom?
No.
And you didn't want to do anything with me on Saturdays anymore?
This is before, man. Before.
I think
And you
you're-
didn't like any of the stuff we did
I
together?
think you're awesome.
So, see, he's switched up. We have the videos of it. I'll show you. Now we're recording this because can't have anything left undone. Because things can be changed with other people's words.
Mm-hmm.
And I always feel gaslit by you.
I always felt gaslit by you.
That's why I recorded stuff. Because you change things in your mind all the time.
You always wait to record until after you get me so agitated that I do raise my voice and then be like, see, look, you're a crazy person.
Look, I don't normally think that I have to record people because I think they'll listen and respond exactly what I say. Like, hey, I say one thing, you say the other. But then in exchange, it's telephone in your mind. I say one thing, it turns into something else. Go back to example, me mentioning you waking me up in the middle of the night for like a snack run or for the water. I mentioned that. In my mind, hey, would you mind? I did all this. I'm out here. I can't change it. Could you not? And then in your mind, I'm attacking you and turning everything against you. You feel like you can't be walking around without an issue. That's an example. That's why it's recorded. It's not recorded to gotcha, but it's recorded for my safety and everyone's.
And same with you don't want me to actually talk on speakerphone in my own house. You don't want me
No,
to do fun things with my own son in my own house.
Again.
Every single time I try to do anything with Spencer, we could be sitting at the table doing a craft together. Oh, as soon as I do anything with him, you would have to come up with reasons to take him away from what we're doing and do your own thing.
We had
You did it over and every single time.
So, of course, things are things.
And I know you won't take responsibility for that, but you did it every single time we did anything together.
A lot
And you
of
can't
times,
say you were trying to tear our family apart when you were doing that.
Yes, I can, because I wasn't. Dude, I was fixing everything. And yeah, sure, to you it seems like controlling. To me, it seems like you're narcissistic and you won't admit anything. To you, it seems like
I remember you called me narcissist. You said I'm too controlling. You said I can't have Spencer. I can't tell him anything to do because every single thing I tell him to do, I'm like a horrible person. You said you couldn't believe anyone ever worked for me because I'm such a horrible person to tell anyone to do anything or do any work with.
I didn't say any of that.
Oh, you did.
No, you're saying I'm saying it's a certain way.
I'm sure you could look up all your videos and see how you told me how horrible of a person I was.
Yeah, but you're making it sound different. I'm saying
it's not different.
Yes, it is. The delivery matters.
That was the delivery.
No, I didn't say
you think I'm a horrible, awful person.
See,
and I don't even know why you're in this house if you hate me that much.
So first off, you're saying things I didn't say you're a horrible, awful person. Those are your own words. No, those are your words. Second, I'm in this house to help everyone better themselves. Look, Seraphim didn't want the family to break up. I mean, y'all were ready for him to go away. But I'm trying to keep things copacetic.
Who go away?
Well, you're ready for Dad to die. And that's because no one had the full info. I've been working with him. I know he has goals and everything. Seraphim only knows what he knows. And he wasn't corrected. And so I said my piece. Yeah, I got a little issues because things were certain things. Then I use the restroom. Here. Open and stay still. Okay.
Why was Hachi's going fast?
I was put him down. It's probably a bit warm. Well, no, in the thing. Yeah.
I will do that. He's probably also missing his friends. He can walk again! How?
Oh, good.
Hang on. Well, no, he's out of balance. His foot's broken, but he can. No, it's okay. Sorry that we have to exclude you.
Okay, this is when things started.
What's happening?
January.
What's happening? What's good? You good? You good? Yeah, they're getting called. The ducks are calling me, and so the duck is getting called. What's happening?
Yeah, George called 911, said he was dead. He took off his prayer rope and gave it to Spencer. Then he took off all his clothes and got him to lay down with a blanket on.
It's okay. You're okay.
Yeah, George said he didn't like my voice. This is where things really went crazy.
It's okay. I'll put this right here for you. Yeah, the duck's leg is really tender.
Yep. It's looking.
Yeah, this is where it started with the 911 call for you. That's where you just started.
No, it started before then for
hating
me. Yeah.
No, I knew you didn't like me. This is where you started hating me.
And it's okay.
Yeah, you didn't like my voice. You wanted me to leave. You accused me of not caring about him dying.
Yeah.
You told me I'm a toxic tyrant.
Yes.
Yeah, honestly, after talking about all this and everything, I do think it's best for you to go.
Alright.
I do think it's best for you to not be in our household. I do think it's best for you to not be stressing me out, telling me how much you hate me all the
I
time.
never did that. I came back with love. Let's remember who started this. Let's remember who was just here, giving you all love, being happy, trying to
You
fix.
were all weak, and then today it all went out the window.
Whose fault was that? Not mine. I was still the same. I just didn't want the room to be dirty. He didn't want to listen to the thing. Then he got upset about a book. And then he, out of nowhere. Hi, buddy. This is his. He, out of nowhere, mentioned this. Why? Like I said from the start, you and I need to be in things together. We need to be able to know what's going on. I've been even trying to have us all talk about things together. Right now, not so good because he doesn't do good with emotions. But I'm always down. But it was fine. It was still fine. Everything was fine. Last night was a normal thing before. Different now. I get it. I wasn't talked to about it, but I get it. And all of that was fine. I didn't bring any of this up out of just nowhere. I was fine. I forgave, and I wanted to be forgiven. I asked for everyone's forgiveness, and I meant it. When I went and started cleaning everything up, that was for forgiveness, and I meant it. I wanted to show that I changed. And if I really wanted to, I wouldn't have been trying to make everything better. I wouldn't have been trying to clean things up. I would have been trying to fix things. If I wanted to do the things that you're thinking he's saying, or that he's saying, then I wouldn't have tried to fix things. I would have left them how they were, and I wouldn't be trying to be a positive role model. Yeah, last night, just try to get the room done. Great idea for Sunday. But the rest was brought up in conversation and is being made into something that totally... It wasn't me. I don't think you're this way. I mean, we talked about it. Those are things that we talked about that happened. But that's not my current view. I've been saying I love you. I've been calling you mom, because before I kept calling you Markella. I kept individualizing everyone. I changed. I found God. I'm trying to bring God in this house. I'm trying to bring God to the world. I'm not calling anyone names. I'm not judging anyone. And I thought, things turn into other things. But, I mean, I'm not the one who brought this stuff up. It came up after he mentioned what I said to him when I was keeping him from... He was hallucinating.
Spencer, get in here now.
Right here.
He was dehydrated. He was all these things. He was telling me what he did in order to not be these things, and how you are, and how he doesn't want all this stuff. So, like all the food and all that stuff. And I was like, well, what about the computer and all that? But that's what I told him when he was going through all those issues. And then, it got brought up again.
So
Because
Spencer,
I'm trying...
you told him I was giving you crazy high doses of medication?
That was a crazy high dose. It was like 71 for the journey.
No, it's not. It's 40.
It was very crazy high when I checked it.
Did you take weed gummies?
When?
At school? Last week?
Last week.
Well, when have you been taking these weed gummies? How often? Were you taking it the day you were hallucinating?
No.
Yeah, you told me it was like a day before or something.
What?
You told me you took a gummy, didn't know what it was, it made you feel bad, it was supposed to help you.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't weed. That's just what I was thinking. Should not have done
Who
that.
gave it to you?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
He'll get...
Who gave it to
He'll
you?
get
his
like...
name.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name at least.
You just take random drugs from people you don't even know their names?
I know his name. I forgot his name though.
I'm really disappointed in you, Spencer. You know better than to take something like that. You've seen how he reacts when he has any weed in his system, right?
Yeah.
Why would you think it'd be a good idea to
It
do
might have
that?
not been weed.
Well, he didn't know it was. I'm the one who said it was a weed. That's what I'm thinking.
Did you pay money for it, Spencer?
No.
So some random person you don't know who he is just gave you a gummy?
If you are in enough distress, people do take things. And if he felt he was in distress or he wanted an escape, he would have taken it. For clarity, speaking from someone who's done it.
Spencer,
Huh?
tell me more. Tell me what happened that day.
I was in pain.
From
Medicine.
what kind of pain is this medicine causing you?
Like it gives me a lot of pain throughout my body.
Okay, so this is the first you've mentioned that. So your whole body is in pain?
Yeah. When I take it, but I didn't take it last night, nor did I.
Or the night before?
What medicine?
Journey.
Finish
Sure.
explaining all your stuff, all the things that you told me, dude.
Because Spencer's telling me that you're the one causing him all this emotional distress. And you're telling me he's telling you I'm causing him all this emotional distress.
Wait, what? I never. This is This is all before current. Everything that we just talked about is before our current life.
It wasn't
yeah.
this week?
What do you? No, I mean he did that the last week. Him on the med stuff. He's new last week. The stuff I've been saying. I mean, yeah, I mentioned the food. That's not really emotional distress. That's him not eating. I mentioned
Spencer, get over here. Where are
the
you going?
dehydration.
I have ducks out there I need to take care of.
So you also told George you hated my cooking and food I had in the house.
Huh? I just feel.
I never said hated.
I
I
know.
said he didn't want to eat it, and that's
I didn't say
You didn't-
hated. I didn't want to eat it.
yeah. And that's what about the McDonald's? Is that why?
McDonald's was.
Why is the reason you didn't eat the McDonald's? Any of it?
So why didn't you tell me that before I wasted money on it?
Do you have any issues with?
Before I wasted $10 basically on food that you literally didn't eat, why didn't you tell me? You didn't want that.
And then you brought this all up to light. So the plan for you is breathe through your nose in, and exhale through your mouth. Take a second. You talked to me about it before. It's the same thing.
Okay,
So respect.
go ahead and tell me how you don't want something before I spend the money on it.
Okay.
Why would you have me buy it if you weren't planning on eating it?
Beforehand, I was gonna eat it, but my brain started saying no.
Why did your brain say no?
Because it listed off every reason why McDonald's is bad.
Well, that's why he bought it. Then he didn't, and then he didn't tell you. 'Cause why didn't you tell her?
But
Why didn't you tell her why you didn't eat it
I
before this? You know,
never thought of it.
you didn't think about it.
There, it's okay. Where you at?
If you do that, you're gonna cut off a lot of its air.
So you do realize we've been bending over backwards trying to help you be happy, feel safe, feel comfortable. And Spencer, I feel like you are manipulating everything. Do you understand that?
I understand how you feel.
What?
I understand how you feel right now.
Leave the duck alone, dude.
He's like stuck in the corner.
Eric, you go talk. So I'm taking a sec.
So if you have a problem with me, if you have a problem with the way I do things, I would appreciate it if you talk to me.
Okay.
not talk to somebody else like George and just to go and tell them everything you dislike that I'm doing?
I told him a lot of things that I like too.
Apparently not.
Well, I do.
You don't tell anything you like about me.
Wait, none of that came up, did it? None of it came up about stuff that we liked.
Only negative stuff.
No, all you've heard is negative. You haven't asked about any positive, have you? You haven't done any of that.
I jumped through hoops to try to make you happy, to take care of you, and you go tell him how you think I'm manipulative, you think I'm toxic.
I told him a lot of good things too.
Yeah, right.
Well, did you ever ask?
You guys don't say any good things. You only say things that you think I'm horrible.
We said a lot.
Maybe we should just go ahead and call CPS right now, since you think you have such a horrible life.
If that's what you would like.
You think that
But you need
you've
to.
told him so many things that apparently
good.
you both think that you
It's
could
good
get
to
taken away.
It's good to calm
Oh,
down
yeah.
instead of making a decision.
You don't want to live here
Stop
anymore.
making a
No,
decision
I'm calm,
out
dude.
of anger.
Don't put it on me.
I'm not putting it on you. I'm saying making a decision like this out of distress.
Call 911 right now. You can tell them how you're so abused.
There's an actual number.
Here.
Go ahead and search up the number for
Go
CPS.
ahead and call them. Tell them how you hate
Not
living here
911,
and you want to go
CPS.
live with some strangers and take your chances somewhere else.
Oh no, he'd be with like Stockius or his godparents.
No,
How do you know?
you guys just want to get out of here right now, right?
No, they're the one trying to kick us out.
Us?
You're trying to kick him out, and you want me out.
He, apparently from what you guys are both saying, he's recording all this stuff specifically for you to tell you how much he hates living here.
Okay.
Right?
No.
That's what you've been telling me.
No.
You said you have tons of videos of him saying how much he hates me,
I have.
how much he hates living here, how much he hates doing anything here.
Can you find it?
Yeah.
So you gotta leave it up to her. Are you going to have him call? Because
You're gonna
he's
have
not
him
gonna
call.
be. Are you going to be?
Is this how you feel? Do you not want to live here?
This is your
Do
decision.
you hate living in
No,
this house?
Hey, wait.
This is
Steve.
your decision, Spencer.
You.
You're the one who doesn't like
This is
living
what it's
here.
like. Hey, it's okay. It's okay.
Look at me. Do you hate living with me? Do you hate your life? Do you hate living in this house with us? Do you want to go somewhere else?
I don't hate anything. Hate is a bad word.
And it's-
It's called the H word. It said in church that hate is of the devil.
Is that what you've been telling George, though?
I don't tell him I hate anything. If I don't like something, I'll say I dislike something.
All along, since he's been here, have you been telling him how much you dislike me?
I also say how good you are too.
Is this true?
Let's see.
Does he ever tell you the good stuff?
I tell him that you're doing so much better and that you
Yep.
stopped yelling so much
Yeah.
and that you've been super happy.
Yeah, he's told me those things about you. He was really big on the whole not yelling, really big on the being happier part. It was great. That's also why I didn't really push for.
You guys have concocted this whole thing.
Huh?
You know what?
We didn't.
Ambrose, you want to go out?
Yes.
Let me get you changed and we're leaving. They're going to go do their own thing.
We were at church
We're
today.
not going to church.
Well, I know that it's too late, but. Let's be clear, you started this. It's not funny, man.
I know.
No, I try. It's okay. I mean, last night, yeah. I just really wanted that room done, and I figured promising would be good. And plus, it's Sunday, and I really do believe in everything I said. But then I can't just. Yeah. I have the stuff for it, man.
She's denying that I wouldn't be sent to one of my family members, but I probably would.
Yeah, we would get it set up. I mean,
I was going in to go to the bathroom. No, I can't go to the bathroom anymore. It's a hell of a
it's cool. closer.
Pretty sure you guys had a whole agenda about getting out rid of us.
Oh yeah, it really makes sense. There he is. There he is.
Your Declan's friends were calling him.
Yeah, she.
He fell off the top floor too.
You put that evidence?
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah, he can't be in the water. I don't know. You gotta
He has to be in the water. That's how far he can get. I have to get there first. That's not good at all. Same thing.
I need to decide. People will know. Dude, you notice how squished Sparky's been today so far? Yeah, figure out what you want, but not. You can't do the whole like condition last time. All that feels.
I think so. I'm not sure.
Spencer, for record, it's important at the moment. I didn't think about having you go for a walk. Was last night the first time we ever did something that way?
Yeah.
It was?
It kind of was a different way of doing things
Than your normal way?
than a normal way, yeah.
How many times have we gone to that area? Well, not that golf course, but like
The area.
the hotels. And
Yeah,
the,
one time I remember that one time we were walking to wake me up. That's the one time I remember.
Yes.
It went a lot differently though, because I was
Well,
running.
Yeah.
And that time I was walking dead tired.
Yeah.
I saw things. It was creepy for a minute. I got bit by a spider.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. This duck has been trying to wobble into the water for a bit.
Well, see how she does. She can float. That's the thing. Just be there for her in case.
My hands are right here always.
You gotta let her try by on her own.
When I go into a tunnel, I don't really feel safe that I can.
Alright, man. For understanding, actually, point of view is.
He's doing pretty well.
Yeah.
He's using twice as well on her foot though.
Hey, man. I gotta let you know. The point of view is you're kind of manipulating. She thinks a certain way. But do you understand that?
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Because the way I talk makes the actions a certain way that things work in her brain.
Yes.
But now it's kind of like the only thing pretty well to do would be CPS because now she just did that.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's not going to stop doing that now because now she thinks there's a war.
Well, she's always thought there was. Yeah, I came through. Man.
So if now that she thinks there's a big war happening, she was even thinking it when you were better. She always thought there was a war and would always speak negatively to me too.
Yeah.
And
So I guess
put me in a negative mindset.
I wasn't trying to, man. I was trying really hard just to like make everyone happy. I believe God can heal everyone.
I was praying so much for this little duckling that he wouldn't be yelping.
I gotta go back inside, man. We'll have plenty of time later. Would you like help?
No, thank you. As far as I know, you're just trying to rip our whole family apart.
Okay.
She's saying, I guess in there.
Spencer, do you want to come with us? Or stay here? Finalize your plans of getting rid of us once and for all. Okay, that's what I figured. Hope you're happy you got your way. Is this what you wanted? Is this why you came back? Pretending you cared?
I love you, Dad. Very much. I love Mom too. I don't fake emotions.
It feels like you're doing something.
Well, that's because you guys aren't 100.
What you wanted all along.
I can't feed into it.
Got your way. I'll start moving with Eustachius. I'll call him up and leave the house. You guys can all be happy not living with us. Just how you guys have been plotting for months.
To be clear, I really tried. I feel like a certain person trying to get out of work. And you not listening to exactly what I say. I mean, not like demanding, but like I said, I came back. I'm trying to fix up the place. I did make a mess. I want to make amends. I cleaned up the stuff. I even stayed up extra late last night to get Spencer's room taken care of. See? But before,
with me. Isn't that right?
What?
I'll see if TJ can take the animals since you can't be here to take care of them anymore.
No.
I'll give them a call right now.
No.
You don't love us. You've shown us how much you hate us. You've been telling George all along how much you hate us, how you can't stand living here. I asked you if you want to come with us, or you want to stay here and continue your plot to get out of the house.
No, I want to.
I will help
Just-
you. I'll call you
I'm
Stockies
staying.
right now.
all right. Hey,
I'll find a place for the
hey,
animals.
you do.
You guys can go do whatever.
Hey,
the
stop.
hell you
No,
wanna do
don't-
with the
don't.
rest of your lives.
Engage. You can either take a break and hear what we ever had to say.
You are the one who started all this. You told me how he has told you for months how miserable he
Actually,
is,
I
how
didn't
much he hates us, and you've told me yourself how much you hated me. So I don't see any point of continuing this charade that you guys care about us or want to be here.
You're the only.
I'm going to sell the house because there's no point of having a big house with no one else living here because we can get a little small place.
Here's what's going on. You're yelling. You're freaking out. You got your emotions. You're forgetting at all what we were talking about.
Yeah.
I mean,
you
you
guys hate
remember,
us.
and then why don't you go on your thing?
No,
Why
I'm
don't
going to use that time to get everything arranged.
Okay.
We're here to. I'm only here so I can hang out with my ducklings and bunnies.
You are here because you
No.
Hey, dude,
want
don't.
to be
No,
with
you're.
George.
All right.
No, my
Look,
ducklings.
You
no.
want to choose George over us again. You guys want to start this whole drama and chaos.
You're starting the drama. He
No,
started the chaos.
You guys started it.
No.
Are you trying to make me feel guilty?
You don't because you don't care about me. And that's all I
Just
need
let
to
her
know.
walk, dude.
You don't care about us at all.
To be clear,